Headquartered in Columbus, Indiana, Cummins has become one of the leading figures when it comes to producing engines, trucks, electrical power generation systems, etc., expanding its business in the last few years. Cummins now does business in over 190 countries. This fact itself is a huge deal because not many companies are able to accomplish such a feat. But what was the journey of one of the largest semi-truck manufacturers in the world? Hi, this is Adam from Truckers Club. In this video, we're going to talk about the insane development of Cummins semi-trucks over the last 10 years. If you want to know what makes a semi-truck strong and which one is the most powerful, make sure to stay with us till the end so that you don't miss out on anything. Unsurprisingly, Cummins did not have the strong effect that it does in this day and age. In fact, not many people came to know about the vehicle manufacturing company. With a trouble-prone license from a Dutch diesel engine company, combined with the towering presence of the Great Depression, the company almost did not make it mainstream. There was only one thing that helped the company to overcome the crisis at the time. That one thing was the positive spirit of the company's founder, Classy Cummins. His unyielding goal to one day see his business bathing in success helped Cummins reach where it is today. On this note, before we talk about the company's journey itself, we must talk more about the heart of the company himself, Classy Cummins. Prior to founding his soon-to-be groundbreaking diesel engine company, Classy Cummins used to work as a chauffeur as well as a mechanic for William Owen. For your information, William Owen was the name of a banker in Columbus, Indiana. Despite having no formal education after 8th grade, Cummins still had a lot of skills and knowledge of mechanics. And this mechanical talent of Classy Cummins did not go unnoticed by his employer, William Owen. A few stories talk about Cummins' intelligence as an 11-year-old boy. It is said that he literally built his own steam engine just from molten cast iron, which he poured into wooden locks that served as mold. And this is how he made his own steam engine. He was making the steam engine to help out his father pump water for his farm. It was not until 1918 that Cummins was able to his very first diesel engine, which was an imported engine from the Dutch manufacturer, X15. Through acquaintances and proper negotiations with local representatives, Cummins finally held onto his license to build X15 engines for selling in the US market. Now that Cummins had secured his license deal, Cummins decides to negotiate later on so that his engines would be sold through the Sears Roebuck and Company register. But Sears' return policy proved to be harmful to Cummins when farmers decided to exploit it. After purchasing the engines, farmers used the engines for just a season, and then returned in time in return for a full refund. During this period of drawback, Owen, who was also Cummins' financial support, backed him up and encouraged him to come up with better designs so that the reliability of the engines improves significantly. That is when Cummins was hit with a great idea. He thought that engines should not be merely used for agricultural purposes, but also realized the potential of diesel in the world of cars and trucks. He figured out that diesel could work as a source of power for both cars and trucks. To prove their efficiency and practicability, Cummins installed one of his self-created engines in a 1926 Packard touring sedan. This 1926 Packard touring sedan was able to drive from Indiana to New York City just for its presentation at the 1930 New York Auto Show. The car was able to come across a feat that not many could do. It covered nearly 800 miles by using only 30 gallons of fuel, an average of 26 mpg. Despite the great demonstration, Cummins was shut off because he was not registered as an exhibitor of the show. But next with the show at Atlantic City, he did not make the same mistake and was able to attract more attention than most of the official exhibits of the show. Cummins repeated another one of his famous public execution drivers later on in 1931 for his Marion truck. The truck was equipped with Cummins' Model U engines. The truck was able to go more of a distance of over 3,000 miles in about 97 hours from New York to Los Angeles, long before the interstate highway system was even constructed. He was able to come up with better creations after another. He proved so with his bus in 1931, which ran faster than most passenger trains. To live up to his success, Cummins exchanged a new lightweight 6-cylinder diesel for an Auburn 851-seater. This was able to make up for 40 mpg, which was not only good for that time, but is also considered good at the present. Cummins really hoped for a long-term relationship with the automaker. Yet, to his displeasure, Auburn business shut down within a year, so their relationship also ended. An incident in the year 1934 shows why Cummins exclusively started making 4-stroke engines. Cummins made a comeback to the Indianapolis 500 with two cars that year. One of them had a two-stroke diesel engine and the other had a four-stroke one. Even though the car with the two-stroke diesel engine outsped the car with the four-stroke diesel engine, the two-stroke engine started smoking heavily. By the end of the race, the engine was so hot that it seized the pistons to the block. Even though going for first place in the Indianapolis 500 could potentially throw Cummins and the company off the path, Cummins did not give up. This is when he introduced the Green Hornet, which is known for its awesome paint job. This race was modeled by the JS engine, which produced 340 horsepower in the 1950 race, but this was not the year he won. He tried once again in 1952 where he qualified for first place. Although the car started off on a strong note, its speed fell throughout the race. The inspection followed after revealing that the turbocharger inlet on the car was clogged with rubber tire particles from the track. This would be the last time a diesel-powered race car competed in Indiana. And a few years after, Cummins founded his now-renowned company Cummins Enterprises in 1955. After working with Jacobs Chuck Company, he later worked with the Elysian Aircraft Engine Company in California. These were the last works of Plessy Cummins before he died in the year 1968 and left his legacy with his son, who has written countless biographies on him. As for racing in the Indianapolis 500, the closest that the company has gotten to winning was in 1987. Now, the biggest factor that brought recognition to Cummins must have been its partnership with Chrysler. It is noteworthy to add that Chrysler was the only one of the Detroit's three automakers that did not provide an option for diesel in its full-size trucks. In an effort to improve the outdated trucks, the Cummins B Series six-cylinder engine was brought to life. The engine was just what the company was searching for at that time. Cummins was set to take its next step toward victory. And that is when the company started rising, and we can safely see that it has never looked back down since then. In spite of not being a trendsetter, through its emphasis on diesel development, it gave an early push in the HD truck segment. You can take the multi-valve ISB engine that was introduced in 1998 as an example. The engine had something that other competitors would be able to achieve 3 years after. This meant that Cummins was 3 years ahead of its competitors. Now, the most powerful Cummins engine is considered to be the QSK95 engine. The QSK95 engine has a horsepower of about 4,000 AP and is used in 400 haul trucks. This engine is usually used for mining applications and not for daily life purposes. So to say, Cummins has come a very long way, and that journey was far from easy. From getting beat by competitors to things not working out for them, Cummins has faced it all. But learning from the company's founder, you should never give up on your dreams until you try to your fullest limit. Who knows, your dream could turn into reality. That is it for the video, people. If you found out a lot about Cummins engine through it, don't forget to like and share. If not already subscribed, do not forget to subscribe and press the notification button. This was your favorite road cowboy Adam, and I will see you in the next one.